Technical difficulties, we just fixed the computer again. Good times, see you in 5 minutes.
Just being precise. Just being precise. Running good. just been the trust.
Sorry guys, slightly distracted there. Let me show you what I was looking at because... Welcome back everybody. It is 9... Wait, what? It's not 9:37. Oh yeah, sorry. My computer's broken. But don't worry, I fixed it. In other words, I told it to ignore all of the warnings. So yeah, my CPU temperature monitor is now off and we can use the computer. Looks like the power cuts did some damage. So I'm trying to not have to buy a new motherboard. So we're just going to deal with the time being wrong. But actually, the time is 8 o'clock or thereabouts on the 5th of July. That would be a Saturday. Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could join me. This is Scuffed Epoch. I'm Drift Johnson. And don't forget, there's a join link in the description if you want to get involved on the Discord. With all that out the way, this is what caught my eye on the way in. What? So when you're on YouTube, it'll let you click on, this is how I get the link for the stream when I'm sharing it, right? So not that one, this one, ironically. But if you click on this, it has brainstorm video ideas. Oh no, look at this. AI generated content can vary. Dude, this is so good. Yeah, we love the wonky CMOS. Exactly, Dragon, you got it. Welcome, Fernicar. Welcome, Full Dive Media. How are you doing today? And Battlecruiser Operational. And hello, Dragon Diffusion. Hello, everybody else hanging out, watching live or later. So yeah, as you can see, look at this, super cringe. Oh, I don't know what I want to make. Oh. And then it's going to tell me, ugh. I just don't like it, man. Look, I think it's going to get better, all right? I think it's going to get better, but this is like WAN Lora Fusion, blending art and AI. It doesn't really know what it's talking about. It's trying to guess the creative potential through the fusion of... See, you can tell it doesn't know what it means because the fusion of WAN Lora models? What fusion? It's a patch on the weights. It's not fusion. It's not even merging. But anyway, real-time captioner. That's not what it is. No. So again, it's like, mate, we're going to see a whole bunch of content coming out and it's going to be crap. Zoom in. Yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah. This is all like spaghetti. Yeah? Spaghetti. So if I say, look, it's taken it from my title, New WAN Lora, New Captioner. Let's get some more. Do you think you could bankrupt Google by pressing this too many times? How many times do we have to push this to bankrupt Google? Yeah, look, see, AI generated stuff. Why does it say SDXL versus SDXL? What's SDXL got to do with anything? SDXL hasn't got anything to do with this. You see? We're going to get some real... Like, look, people complain about AI slop. YouTube is forcing it on creators that don't know any better. Like, it's just given me a bunch of content suggestions for inspiration. And they're all brain dead. Creative uses for WAN Lora beyond image generation. It's a video model. You see what I mean? So, like, if you made this video, it doesn't make any sense. New Captioner benefits. It's not real time. I never said it was. He's just said that. SDXL's got nothing to do with this. Captioner integration, seamless workflow for AI-powered captions. No, it's just Comfy UI, but you see what I mean? Lora fine-tuning for stable diffusion. Except WAN is not stable diffusion. You see what I mean? Terrible. Put an example for bad example. Delisted. Link in the Discord. Oh, delisted. Okay. Link in the Discord. But yeah, like I say, this is crappy and I don't like it. Anyway, moving on. Let's get into it. We got a new model. Remember how I told you we played the intro to Stellar Blade on live, remember? And I finished, okay? I have finished. I have the Lora. I have the data set. So we're basically going to fire up Comfy UI in a minute and do some generations. Because I think if I use the canny along with the corresponding prompt and load up the Lora, yeah. So let's go replicate first and pick up the booty. So let's see, these are all generations. We want the training, so that'll be this one. Okay, download the weights. Thank you very much. We could also run the trained model just to show it off, but we'll get there. So now let's open it up. Oh, by the way, my computer completely killed itself overnight for the third day in a row, and it's actually damaged from all of the power surges. So, little bit of perturbed, because if the computer keeps getting power cuts like this, it will eventually damage something important. I've been lucky so far. It's just motherboard damage, which isn't a big deal. But I'm more worried about the 4090. Where is my Stellaris Stellation Stallion stalling? In space. That's where. No. So let's just grab this one, right? So first things first, we're going to have to grab the actual download. Then we're going to have to go into Comfy. And what I'm going to do, because I've been telling everyone about this, if you want to use my canny driver, it's a lot easier to make yourself a scene video set. And what that is, I've tried to make it simple. In the past, I would need you to give me some captions, okay? But I'm not asking for that. What I'm asking for is just the video, because it makes it easier for everybody to do. But there will be an advanced version that will use the captions, much like a video Zenkai, okay? We're getting there. So if I go into my DJZ nodes and into the scene video folder, there it is. So these are all the data sets that I currently have for use as canny or open pose or whatever. I figured instead of doing an open pose video model loader, so we may do that in the future, but for now it's just the video, so you keep all the clips, right? And when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense, because like I say, if I've got this model, here's the original data set, right? So let's just unzip that real quick. Get out of my face, ads. Okay, cool. I hate ads on my desktop. All right, so there it is. Look, here are the captions and here are the videos. Now, I would point out these were trained at 640 by 480, okay, to save on the gigabytes. But I'm going to do a retrain with the HD, okay? But I want to retrain the HD version with better captions, okay? Now, obviously, this isn't a video we've generated. This is one of the scenes from the video game. Fernicar says, using canny is cheating. I'll do it the purest way. Prompt only. Yeah, pure text to image, or you have no skill, guys. That's how it is. If you can't get what you want with prompts alone, yeah, it's a skill issue, right? I'm joking, of course. So guidance gets us what we want when we want it every time. So, and gives us the freedom to then prompt outside of what it is. So as I say, I have created this here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to call it Stellar V0, because that's what this one is. And it's, again, this one is in 640 by 480. I've deliberately squashed it down so that I could train the V0 cheaper. Let's just be honest. That's what it is. Because obviously it's less than half the size, so it is cheaper to train. If we take a look at a typical caption, this is what I've done. Stellar style video. Images, and I'll explain what's going on there. Images depict a character with long dark hair and a serious expression standing in a dimly lit industrial environment. The character is wearing a long, form-fitting outfit with a high collar and a black metallic necklace. The background features stacks of crates and a large industrial structure, suggesting a post-apocalyptic or dystopian setting. The lighting is moody and atmospheric, with a warm orange hue that contrasts with the cool tones of the character's outfit. The character's expression is intense and contemplative, adding to the overall dramatic, intense mood of the scene. The scene appears to be from a because I can't spell science, it seems, at 3 a.m. Fiction movie. So obviously I screwed that token up. But again, the V0, it doesn't matter. We've learned a lot about how this particular content is being trained. And don't worry, I'm not going to waste your time. I've already got a bunch of stuff to show you with regards to results. So let's just take a quick look here. Scrolling up. Okay, so these are all the 480p's. This is a 480p. Alright. There was something in the background. It was identified as a dragon by the captioner. Here's another one. I think it got confused that there was a fight happening between a monster and a person, or wait, why? Yeah, anyway, the captioning is going to be ropey for V0, but back to the beginning. There's potential here. It's learned a load of really cool concepts, but they're not tagged well, okay? So if I take a look at this one is one of the better ones. And these are all 480p. All 480p generations. Alright. This one is a 720p generation. And it looks like I forgot to post the last one, so we can have a look at that now. See again, oh, it attacks you at the last minute like a jump scare. Let's do that one again. Blood and bone and skull. It's like the new Assassin's, like the new Assassin Carb. All right. Actually, I don't want that appearing on the screen in a minute. Oi, stop messing me around. Windows, you useless trash. Get over here. I swear I'll switch to Linux, man. It's getting to be a bit of an issue. If I didn't have so much Adobe paid stuff, you know, maybe I could just use it on the laptop. Anyway, the noise seems to bring broccoli on the alien face. You're correct. It's because it was 480p. Let me go to predictions and we'll take a look at one of the 720p's. Now, I'm still not happy with the captions because it is just a V1. That's the 720p render, okay, of one other character. I think she like threw a healing potion. She's supposed to look very different. She's supposed to have like a yellow outfit, but it wasn't described. Broccoli jump scares. Adobe is going down, down, down. Context. It's not context one way, it's context in another, isn't it? So yeah, let's just download this. Can you download this, please? I want to download it. Not there though, idiot. Right. Okay, cool. So we've got our video from that one. I've got the download for the Lora, so let's get back to that. Extract. So the video is in place. What are you doing? It's like my mouse is like being silly. Project has expired. Stop distracting me with nonsense. I'm trying to work here. Okay. God knows. Yeah, we need to rename this one. So this one's going to be called ST3LL4R V0. There we go. Good enough for me. So I'll copy that. And we need to take it to... Lora's. So I've got to go to the models folder. Models folder, Lora's. Yeah, put it in here. All right. And then I need to do the captions. So now I need Comfy UI. Took a while, but we got there in the end. Because literally, I spent the last half hour debugging my computer. It just would not start. That was fun. Takes me back. Open up. And it's really weird as well. Like, I'm looking at my clock and it's saying 9:52, which is just weird because normally that means I got 8 minutes left for the show. But actually, we only started 18 minutes ago and my clocks are completely fried. Yeah, look at this. Is it going to open? Oh, it doesn't open. There is no clock app now. It's just a widget. I wish I didn't click on it and find out. Oh, ignorance is bliss. That's what they say. All right. How are we doing over here, Comfy UI? Are you going to start today? He's coming, guys. He's coming. Now, somebody asked me, where's the context workflow? There isn't one. We haven't released one yet. I wasn't happy with it, you know? I wasn't happy with the context workflow that we were working on in the stream where we covered it when it first came out. So I didn't bother releasing that. So yeah, so the answer is there isn't one yet. Because generally speaking, if it ain't good, there's no point putting it out, so... What's that? We can tease with coffee time, or is it or isn't? Well, it's coffee time all the time somewhere. Just got to spin the globe a little bit. It's always coffee time. What the heck? Context impler SQLite will assume transactional DDL starting server. I don't know. I've never seen those before. Right. Cool. I need to actually open up. Where is he? Here we go. I'll have this one, yeah? So I've written a new video captioner, guys, and it's in development, all right? So I'll be releasing a number of workflows as I make it better. I'm also working on a new zero vector thing, but we're not looking at that right now. Also this, but I'm not looking at this right now either. Come on. Right, so I need to stick to the script. We need to basically get a captioner. No, not a captioner. Kind of. Caption tools, it's different. So I need caption to prompt list. Come on, open. Yes. Okay, right. Get back in there. Yeah. And then this one is going to be there, Stella V0, right, cool, and go. And annoyingly, I don't know why there's loads of carriage returns. I don't know if that's the result of the way I made it. It might be that I have to refine it, but it did train okay. So it didn't like, you know, read the first line and then ignore all the captions like it used to in SDXL and things. It has trained these captions. However, definitely that's a sign that there's something up with that workflow. Alright, well anyway, I've always used a captioner workflow that uses like native Comfy UI nodes for everything, right? And there's limitations to that because obviously you're only able to do what the node lets you do. So just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, if I come in and say caption, I've got a whole bunch of different caption workflows using Quen 25VL, okay? And you see me use them quite a lot. They increment through the folders and they take a frame from the video, a frame or frames from the video. So as you can see, we've selected frame 10. I since improved this, so it does actually have like, what's it called? I've got one that just takes one frame, but the reason I've gone back to using this older one, which takes the whole video, is because we can take multiple, right? We can take multiple. So with this, we're only able to really put one image in, okay? One image. It goes into VL3 billion instruct, blah, 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 cool. Works great, builds the dataset captions for you. You end up with something like this, trains nice. For the version 1, it's 0, it's really nice, but it could be better. And for video, really, you want to be looking at the relationship between things that happen across the video, rather than it just being the one, right? So to that, what I did was I built out a completely new one that uses Olama for the back end. So you've still got Quen25VL, right? And you just take whatever quantization that you want, and you do it all with Olama nodes, okay? So you have Olama. I'll give you a quick crash course here. Olama connectivity goes into the Olama generate v2 like that, and then we could use make batch like where is he? Key make image. God, do I have to type the whole thing to get it up? Yes, image batch multi. So we can put that in there like this. We can say you are the top video describing expert in the universe. All right. Hang on. Can we make him better? You have the ultimate skills. No, wait. You have perfected. Here we go. You have perfected the skill of describing a video by only looking at 4 images from that video. And then I'd say describe the video by analyzing each image in the sequence. Okay, and then what we do is we load image. I think you get the idea. I'm not trying to spell it out, but you have obviously multiple images and they're all going in, but they're not actually images, are they? Does this make sense? They're not videos, they're frames. They're not images, they're frames from a video. So you probably have select images, maybe you have 0, and then maybe you have 30, and then maybe you have, the frame count, so it captures. Maybe you have 60, and maybe we only look at 3 images, and then all of them come from the same video loader, right? Okay. And so, like I said, this isn't about generating images. This isn't about generating video. This is about training video using Olama, which means you can do it on a local laptop for free. You don't need to pay. You don't need a GPU. We're going to automatically pull frames from a video and then use Olama to analyze all 3 of them to give a description of the video, not just a frame. Yeah? So this is Opus Clip. This is other stuff, but on your machine. Okay. Now, obviously, you might have to do some interpretation with the answer that you get. Sometimes it might be that it actually just describes all of the images in sequence, because this is open source. This is not a cloud provider that's doing this. So sometimes they make you do a little bit more work. But if you want to do it for free, you can do it for free. And like I said, I've been running this on a 4GB laptop. There are other people who run it with no gigabytes because they use CPU, pure CPU. Okay. So there it is. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So let me just delete that. Did we already do this? Yeah, this is the old one. So the new one is on my laptop, but we'll come back to that because we've got everything that we need to move on. I just wanted to take the time to explain that this model was trained with a new captioning workflow, which uses Olama and multiple images, which are frames taken from the video you're training. So this is going to be a lot better. Still, you have to adjust it manually, so I'm not, it's not going to fix it in one shot, unfortunately, but human in loop means you should really be involved in this process. So, right, so let's just go back. Custom nodes, we need to go back into DJZ nodes again, and this time we want to give it our prompts. Now, one thing I will say, when you have a canny library this big, so there's like 90 videos, right? The prompts do need to match. You know what I mean? This isn't just generic, right? So if I want to get close, it's got to be the prompt from the video you're using. You know what I mean? So you're describing the canny, right? But obviously it depends what you do. So, but yeah, that's pretty much. So let's just drop it back, and we need to find the outputs for it next. And I've got to go ahead and grab the captions folder, which is in the wrong place again. Right, rename this to ST3LL4AVO. There's my captions. Good. Refresh. Now, do I have a native WAN? I need a native WAN right now. Please like the stream. Don't forget, if you don't like the stream, we don't exist. Do you know, I've actually heard that if you don't get 1,000 likes on a stream, you don't exist. So we don't exist. We never have. Just it is what it is. That's audio. I'm still looking. How about this one? It's got dead comfies everywhere. I bet this will be the wrong one as well. Can you stop advertising at me, please? I'm getting ad pop-ups on the other screen. We will take a little dive into the context stuff again today, guys. I'm not like, I just figured that we already did the API. We already wrote the tutorial. I don't need you to use my workflows. Do you know what I mean? Just use the best workflows, right? If I have the best ones, great. But I don't, because I'm just like, I tried to teach people how to use context, and then it's like the workflow's irrelevant, isn't it? You've made some majestic broccoli. That's the best kind. So what the hell is this? Caption tools. This doesn't look like. Look, see, it's trying to nuke my. Look, it's trying to nuke my captioner now. Look, it's called this. What the captioner we were just looking at is about to get overwritten by. Well, no, it's already been overwritten. This doesn't need saving, so it's been overwritten by this. This has got nothing to do. This is DJZ Speak example. I love it when that happens. So what I need to do now is I need to go into my outputs folder. What are you doing? Stop being ridiculous. See, it just killed me off. Scammed. Scammed again by Windows. Just doing its own thing. So if we go into WAN base and angle and up and just get any of these clips. Any of these clips or images actually, that'll be fine. Okay, cool. So here we have the previous project, which was obviously angle. Is he going to hold the angle? That's pathetic. He is holding it, but it's a bit of a weird one. He's going inside and like barely drifting at all. More of a power slide, I'd say. But anyway. So how do we repurpose this workflow to take advantage of the one that we've just trained? Well. First, you want to check you've got the models, okay? Now, if you don't have a Fusion X WAN base, you can use that as a Lora instead. It doesn't matter. I'm actually going to start using the Lora soon just to test it myself. But I'm using WAN 21 T2V14B Fusion X Face Q8. I'm also using the UMT XXL I'm just using the normal one right now on CPU. But don't forget that if you need to squeeze a little bit more memory out of your machine, you can use the dual clip GJUF loader. And then you can pick up the where is it? You can pick up the UMT as a GGUF. Where's mine gone? That's T5. Where's my UMT? It's missing. I guess I'll have to pick that up myself. So anyway, get rid of that. I think it was the single clip, wasn't it? Yeah, clip GGUF. I don't think I got it. I don't know if I did it. Maybe I deleted it. But anyway, you can pick up the UMTXXL in GGUF as well, right? So if you want to like save a little bit more, you can do that. Right, so what's next? Oh yeah, of course, we want to change this. So this is going to be ST3LL. So we're going to use our Stellar Blade Lora and then change the project name again, ST3LL4A. We'll call this one V0. Now obviously the prompt, it's not a drift prompt, right? So I've already added the thing, so it should be in this list. It probably just needs to be updated real quick. Taking a look at the comments. Let's see what everyone's doing. I'm in context right now. I have a good workflow if someone needs one. No broccoli. Fernica. Factor 50 sun cream or weapon. Yes. Get the advanced GJUF loader for multi-GPU. Allows you to put specific models to CPU. Interesting. Thank you very much, everyone, for the info. Keep on sharing it, right? ST3. So now we have our captions automated. Now remember, this doesn't necessarily work because you're going to, what if you've got the canny of a woman and then you put an explosion as the prompt, okay? So it's never going to be, with a randomizer like this, it's never going to be perfect, which is why we're going to build a new node today to cover that, okay? So at the moment, what we're doing is we're putting, here, look, where is it? There's not that many. Why can't I just pick it? There it is, ST3, right? So this is going to drag the video data that trained the Lora and use it as canny to generate, but I'm going to be doing it, let's see, 16:9. No, we're going to do a vertical format. All right, so I'm going to swap these around as well. So 384768. So then we get free out painting to vertical format. Now the problem with that, of course, is if it's a close-up, you'll have a tiny head in the middle of the screen, which won't make much sense, but it's okay. We'll get there, right? So let's see how we go. Everything's hooked up. I got no idea what time it is because I'm in like a weird... It's alright. I had to look over and I'm like, what time is it? Oh my God. Alright, we'll come back to this. So while this is cooking, we can go off and do something else. There is a fork of WAN video wrapper which includes multi-talk. Okay, and that model should be there, but it's not. There should be a multi-talker somewhere. Is it updated yet? No, it's taking forever. Well, anyway, this is a workflow which allegedly makes multi-talk in the WAN generation workflow. And then you can give your audio of someone talking here, but I haven't seen it work yet. It's just something that's on my desk. Every time I get close to testing it, there's another problem with it. So I'm not like, there. See, I don't even have this. Do I have this? Light. Oh no, I do have it. Okay. All right, I do have it. See, I don't see where's can anybody see a model loader in this workflow? Ah, here it is. Oh my God, why is the model loader in the middle of the workflow? It's horrible, it's horrific. What's this? WAN I2V. Okay, so I need to get I don't even have it. Wait. WAN
ITV, where's that? I've got Vince Phantom WAN, that's not the same thing. Because I use GIFs, so I don't have any of this crap.
You know, it's got FP16 fast mode enabled with Sage Attention. Yeah, you can see why I haven't even bothered with this. Oh no, there's something called Flex Attention, guys. Just when you had Sage installed. And they're on Flash Attention 3 now. See, I'm holding out for Flash Attention 5. I think that's the real one, you know. Yeah, SDPA, thank you very much. I don't even have this model. That means we can't do that. We can't do that. And we can't do that. Gutted. That's it. Over. You see what I mean? Next blocker. Multi-talk model is in the loader, which means you need this model, which you know. I don't use those. I use these because they're better. There's my WAN 2.1. I've got it in Q6K. It's really good. And it doesn't break your cache. Yeah, so I guess I'll have to come back to this one, guys. It's not the main quest, so who gives a... let's have a look at their beautiful... Where is it? Where is their beautiful new node library? Has anybody seen it? Where have they hidden it? Where's their workflow library gone? I know they've got one. Where is it? Here we go. See, trying to put me out of a job. It's all right, though, because as it turns out, it's not very good. You know, like you get the workflows and they need a lot of work a lot of the time. But it's nice, though. I like how they've added them. Look at all these video APIs they've got now. But nothing new, though. Is Gen 4 new? I thought they brought out... Is that the new one, maybe? I bet it's really expensive. I like VO3, though. I mean, VO2. I've been using VO2 API in Comfy quite a bit, because you can actually... We might do some tricks with that in a minute, but I know everybody wants to look at context first, so... Right then, where's your new context dev? Here we go. Context dev grouped. No thanks. We'll just go for basic. Oh yeah, look at that. It's in Chinese as well. That's very good of them. Because, you know, China needs our help when it comes to making AI workflows. Let me have a look. Get the advanced Jurf. They just released a new version of Sage Attention the other day as well. LOL. So Sage Attention 2, Electric Boogaloo. I installed Flash Attention. Didn't die yet, but I don't know if it does something in my setup. No AVX. Oh, right. You installed it. But hey, I've got it installed. See, my favorite is fallback. Let's go fallback, everybody. So it's going to need dev context, yeah, we got all that. I kind of like how they've done this, though. This is nice and profesh. You know what I mean? It's got like, because this is how I used to write my articles when I do my civet. I used to show people like, put this here, which is basically the same thing, you know? I'd say, you'll need these, put them in this path, you know? It's very cool, very cool. I kind of like how they've made it into this, you know, like it's rich. Oh crap, don't do that. I've already got it. But anyway, you know, me being me, I think we'll just do a few things here. So, do you know what? We can probably... What the heck? Wait a minute. Change the car color to red. Bro. Now, you could say that that's just a strange twist of fate. I mean, it's not very, you know what I mean? Change the car color to red. Change the car to green. Let's check out those other examples. This is quite fun now. Let me have a look at this. Ooh. Oh, hell yeah, that was cool. Now, it hasn't listened to a damn thing. Look, that's what it's supposed to be. But good luck the AI trying to figure that out. Do you know what I mean? Literally, like the AI trying to figure this out. You got like a bird guy and then a woman covered in glowing bits. Oh, I think she's just been impaled with a sword as well. Yeah, she's just been run through. That's a sword going right through. She's basically dead. Spoilers from the first 10 minutes of the game. But it made this. And the reason it made that was because of whatever the prompt actually was. So I think what we'll do is we will get a show text. And I'm going to do that. Futuristic spacecraft or space station floating in space. See, that's not going to work because I bet you the video is not space. Check it. Ready? Wait, that's just black video. No. Something's gone wrong there. Something's gone wrong. Oh, I know why. It's because it never got a signal. Right, so let's go again. So what's the prompt this time? A character in a futuristic dystopian dressed in black and yellow outfit with a helmet. Uh-oh. Pretty sure there was no helmet. So it's going to look stupid already. Remember, V0, there's captioning issues, so we're going to go through and fix these issues. But right now I'm learning what sticks and where I made mistakes. Yep. So it's like an iterative process. So if we take a look at the video which is going to be used here. Oh my God. Canny. Good luck. Good luck. Oh no, and then the prompt that we gave it was what? It's a woman in yellow armor. You see how it doesn't match? And the way that I solved for this is I would pair the image with the text prompt and then have a special node pull both at once. So then you always have a good prompt for the canny that you're pulling out. So today we're going to do the exact same thing to make a new node to improve on scene video, because right now scene video is supposed to be a randomizer. Where is it? Scene video is supposed to be a randomizer that picks a video which you know is good. So for example, if I had a folder full of talking heads that are all the same style and look, and then I have a redubbing tool to like do the lip sync, it's going to pull a head randomly, so it could be any of those 10 heads, and then dub them with new speech. That's essentially an engine, because it'll always look different, but it'll always be the same. And you can just put any text into it. Now you have your, talking head avatar. But it was never meant to be used with like a collection of scenes. So like, the scenes are very different in this data set, right? So I think the best thing to do is just to make a Zenkai video node. And I think I already started making it. So that means it's going to look exactly like this, but it'll have a prompt output, essentially, right? That's what we're looking at. So let's get VS Code open. Are we actually cooking video? We need to be cooking video all the time. We are cooking video. So what I might do is just make sure it matches. So I'll do manual, right? So we will take off the thing, so we can do that manual, and then I'll get just a normal load video and bypass. So then we can make sure that this is actually paired and we can see the difference, right? It'll be huge. The difference will be huge. So we're going to open this up and go into here. Let's get, not that one. I mean, yeah. Which one is that? I need the number. If I can't read it, I can't find it again. It's 12918. 12918. Now the printer's trying to distract me. 12918. 12918. There we go. So that is the prompt. Yep, that's correct. Okay. So basically, prompt for the video that you're putting in. I think she's about to get stabbed in the back. She's gonna. Oh no, she turns around to get stabbed in the front. Yeah. Okay, cool. Ooh. With a helmet. Okay, so we're gonna have to do some editing as well. So let's just have a look at this here. Image depict character in a dark, fiery environment, possibly black and yellow outfit, glowing red accents, futuristic sci-fi, long dark hair, wearing gloves, glowing red details, background, flames, debris, creating dramatic. So there's no. You see, there's no erroneous helmet reference here, right? So we didn't have to remove it. But I spelt science wrong because I am an idiot. So that's the first thing that's going to get done, you know, when we do the version 1. Okay. In my defense, it was a new process and I didn't check that. This is a suffix I added afterwards. You can tell because there's a full stop and a comma, which means I've like joined the process. I've done some string stuff, yeah, to get it in there. Same with the beginning. So we have a prefix and we have a postfix or suffix, whatever you want to call it. And then the middle is detected by LLM, you know, VLM. And then we're using a root and tail strategy for the captioning. Is this? Yeah, it's finished. Cool. Do another one. Now the joke is when you have the prompt correct and you have good, a good input that's nice and clean. I mean, that is clearly a woman. There's wings flowing behind her, so I wouldn't be surprised if it thinks she's got wings. I would not be surprised if that was the case. But if you just take a look at what we're doing here, we're adding black bars to the top and the bottom of the canning to get the vertical. So we're doing outpainting for free. Okay, just using black bar padding. All right. Now I would assume that if this forms the middle, we're going to get legs and we're going to get a head. Like, well, you know, like a above screen area. But I don't think it's going to look like this. I think it's going to be whatever the model wants it to be. It'll look okay though. I mean, that's not bad. Because the thing is, I'm not trying to steal the world. I want to use the aesthetics to make my own world. So I don't try to photocopy what's being trained. So there are similar elements, which you will see similar elements, but it will not be the same. It won't look like Stellar Blade. It'll just have similar composition, okay? Similar composition and themes due to the words, you know what I mean? The words. But that means you could actually use this for many things. And this is the V0. The V0 tends to be the loosest version. Ferdicar says black is space, and I hate space. That's right. What did space ever do for us? So let's have a look here. Now I'm not using Tcache or anything like that. I probably should. I'm not using Tcache or anything like that. It is literally, yeah. Anyway. While we're waiting, I don't want to be watching the paint dry. So this was a writing thing we did yesterday. Go back and watch the stream yesterday if you want to learn how to write books. Okay, so let's see. We're going to want to make another one. Can't even remember. Oh yeah, that's right. See, I forget what I'm doing if I don't do it immediately. So yeah, let's go into Machines 14. We're going to load up my DJZ nodes because we're going to add a new node to it. So here, please. There we go. DJZ nodes and yeah. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure video pose. See, I started making video pose. And it's, to me now, that's kind of funny because video pose would have been only for poses, yeah? So I could pre-bake a video of like man walking, man jumping, man running, sitting, falling, whatever. And then I could pre-bake those so that we don't need to do it. But then they brought out because it used to take forever. It used to take 3 seconds to make one frame. when we first started. Obviously, it's gotten quicker and quicker and quicker. Now you can do 81 frames in 0.02 seconds. So you don't need this node anymore. So I never even... It's funny. Tcache doesn't play well with Fusion X cores vid anyway because of the low step count. Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. I only see Tcache being used without Fusion X. Okay. It's interesting. It's like ACK Video is in Fusion X. I wrote an article on that and then never released it because it's like you don't actually get ACK Video anymore. You use Fusion X, which has it inside of it, and most people don't even know it. So let's what are we going to do? We're going to turn... I got scene video. I'm going to turn this into Zenkai scene prompt. Super easy. So we'll keep that open, we'll keep that open, we'll close that. So we've got Zenkai, right, open. So what are we doing? We are creating a new version. Oh. Huh. I just need to remind myself. She's lost some unique characterization detail, and you can figure out what I mean by that. But, again, I'm not trying to steal the design or the artwork. I want to I want to borrow the concept. Okay? Which it has done. It has done it. It has borrowed the concept. I bet she's even consistent as well. So let's give it 4 more. We'll do 4 more like this one and see how they come out. And remember, what we're doing is we're taking this as the driver, and that sits at the middle third, like a burger meat, like the burger meat. Yeah, so this is the burger meat, and then it outpaints the top and the bottom. Very cool. So while it's baking those, we'll continue. So like I say, last new node was Zenkai Video Prompt. So, wait a minute, what? Zenkai Video Prompts, you say? Isn't that what we're about to make? Close this a minute. Hang on a minute, what? Hang on a minute, where's that? Oh, it's spelt wrong. Zanaki. No wonder I couldn't find it. It's not in the same place, is it? Let's have a look. Zanaki. Stupid. What's Zanaki? I need to find out what that is just quickly, guys. A little bit of a tangent. We like tangents around here. So can we get the web browser though? That'd be great. Right, good start. Translate Zanaki into English. You'd be like, well, what? It means feminine in English. It's Polish. Huh. Interesting. Oh no, wait, what? No, that's Zensky. Zanaki is not Zensky. We're going to type it into translate. Not that. Zanaki. Zanaki. What is it? It's not a word. Zanagi means calm. Romanticization applies. Oh, okay. So, yeah. The character is the same character. No, different outfit. Same face, different outfit. Different lighting as well. I mean, it's a similar design, but it's not, you know. We never actually captioned her, by the way. Do you know what I mean? She's just a character. We do an open caption for the first run. Interesting. But yeah, anyway, long story short, I already made this node, so we just need to make sure it works. Huh. Let me just check the outputs on this thing. So, that doesn't seem right. Folder, yeah. Mode, seed, skip. Okay, so it is exactly what I was going to build. It's exactly what I was going to build. But then, but what folder does it look into? It looks into a folder called video prompts. I don't even think I created that folder. Oh no, wait, video prompts. It exists. And there's nothing in it. So let's fix that. Okay, cool. So look at this crap. That's not how the system works at all. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that data set, and instead of just putting the video in, like I said earlier, I did that to make life easy. Instead, what we'll do is we'll take the entire data set, captions and all, and put it in there. So the other one is intended as a randomizer, but you have to curate the folders contents for it to be reliable for purpose. Okay. If you want to just slap an entire data set in, really you want to keep the captions with it, so that you've got the option of pulling the corresponding caption for that asset, whatever it was. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do next. So, I mean, I don't even know if this works, guys. I'll be real. Let me see. I should be able to find out. Video prompt. Zenkai video prompt V1. Oh, there's only one way to find out if it works, isn't there? So, let's see. We have scene video here, which goes with Zenkai prompt. So if I just move that out and move the Zenkai video prompt in. Hang on a minute. Why does it say default prompt down here? Maybe it added it? A little concerning, but don't worry about it, I guess. Take this out as well. That's another alternative method for loading. So that one's going to go in there. And then there's the prompt. So in theory, I mean, I'm going to put it to a show text, because we've not actually used it before. It might be ropey. Plug that into the positive prompt. We have got some. If I just do copy clip space, paste clip space, the fields are the same, so it will fill out almost everything I needed to fill out there. I think that's about it. So we've got Stellar, VO, we've got the prompts, which we'll check, and if it's good, I'll get rid of that. Max frames 81. Okay, I'm just trying to fix that. I think that's. Yeah. I'm going to cancel all the jobs, because it's just going to keep on making these now. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, look, you want to do a scene where your hero is like in front of a load of fire and whatnot. It's working. It is working. Character's not very consistent, but you can actually train the character. Oh no, it's still doing that last video. There we go. See, it's tried to make the chick, but I haven't described her specifically, yeah? That all comes in the next phase, you see what I mean? So at the moment what we've got is we've got a V0 Lora, and we've just made a new node called video prompt, which is going to give us the correct prompt, because obviously we can see the improvement from having the right prompt with the right canny input, okay? Simple stuff. So, and this isn't even like extra effort, because if you were going to train a model, you've already got the model. So you just slap that in the folder, and then you can load it up using them like by random with the right prompt. So we've got the Lora loaded, we've got the data set to train that Lora, and we're feeding the captions to it. So let's just take that down to 1. Now I want to see this. Why can we not see this? There's nothing there. Show text. You get nothing. That's not a good sign. How do I know there's even any text coming out of it? Stop! I'm going to have to make a blank thing for this one. Because if it's not actually producing a... Because look, sometimes you might think, oh, it just didn't show up. It might just not be there, dudes. Because I haven't tested this one yet. No. Right. Okay. So, yeah, new thing. There we go. Okay. So, prompt text. Okay. Run. Nope. All right. That's good. It means we can show debugging time. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to say our new custom node for Comfy UI is not able to output the prompt which is associated with the currently loaded output video. The file names match. The pairing must be observed and output as text. Now I wonder if he'll figure that out. Oh, that's coffee time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, that is coffee time. I don't know what it is, guys. I've been kind of like running along. I don't know. Since Christmas, we've been cruising. If I'm being completely honest, we've been cruising since Christmas. I don't know. I can feel a bit of energy building up. You know, I allow myself to sleep this year, which is a new thing. But it's been going well. Feels like a waste of time though. They say when you find your passion in life that food and sleep become a problem because they're the only obstacle left. I can relate. But it's not without sacrifice, and I don't mean that like, you choose to sacrifice. I just mean like you choose to pursue your goals, right? But you could choose to do something else. You could choose to go and take a walk. You could choose to go on holiday. You could choose to just stay in bed, right? But you don't. Enjoying the show at Scuffed. Hey, JPEG, welcome to the show. So glad you could join me. He's one of my partners in crime. Zanelli Designs T-Cash. Oh, we already talked about that. All right. So I think we're ready. We can head back. So how are we doing? We're making video prompts. So this is going to be a new one. I didn't even spell correctly, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He understands monkey speak. So I think what I'm going to do is... Yep. Here we go. Come on, mate. We ain't got all day. So let's check on the video while it's messing around, you know, because we were still generating. Oh! Wait. Did I stop it? Yeah, I must have stopped it, because... Oh, yeah, I remember now. The prompts don't match. Yeah. Well, I suppose while we're fixing it... No. We don't want to be generating video while we're fixing it, so... So here we go. Scene video... Wait, what are you looking in there for? Video prompts. Yeah, it exists. There's a folder. What's it doing? It's doing something. So what I'm trying to do right now is basically just get to the bottom of what's wrong. And I think it's just like a pathing or file name matching problem, because this is quite a long file name. Stella 1640 segment Trebolo and then a date. So hang on, what's it say? The problem is you're looking in the wrong folder. The videos are stored in scene video Stella video file with a dash. Wait, what? But that's the same place. The current code looks for video prompts. See? Nope. Load matching prompt function is looking at the root, not the actual folder. They're in subfolders. Yes. Yes, this is going to be an easy win for him. See, the thing is, it would have taken me about 10 minutes to find where the break was. And then when you find the break, it's like a one-line change or something ridiculous. Okay? And that's just a waste of time, you know? Trying to find a one line of code to put in an underscore. This isn't what we claim skill over. These aren't the sorts of things that... Do you know what I was most proud of? When I went down to line 200 and put that underscore there. That I was so proud of that. That was the bit that I thought, you know what, without me, that never would have worked, you know. So this is the thing. I think that you should take pride over the actual programming. The actual programming, not like... Oh, there was a typo on line 600. This is why AI is so good. I don't want to waste my time because it gets you out of the flow state. If you're in a creative flow state and then you have to like trip up on, oh, there's a syntax error somewhere. Now you've got to like read all the way through 1,000 lines of Python. That was the old way. So I do, if anyone complaining that, oh, this is too easy, I think that they're just lying. I just think they're lying to be contrarian and get views for being contrarian, you know? Because you can just be anti-AI now. And you can garner an audience for just being anti-AI. But that doesn't mean you really are. You've all seen the slop. So here we go. We have finished. Now... technically I should be able to just hit R, but sometimes you have to restart. Okay, sometimes you have to refresh the browser, sometimes you have to restart the server. It depends on what the node does and what it's running. So I will just try it this way first. Maybe we'll do a recreate. Come on, give me some text. I still get no text. Euclid dancers. Output with label, no. No. The prompt does not output. See, I never understood why we've got a default prompt here. Is that... oh, I get it. Fallback. Let me guess. It should say fallback here now. Yeah. That's what it is. Right, let's refresh the page now. It might be I got to restart the server to test it. I always try it every way first. And then I'll just do it the way that works after the point. So, to try it now. If it just says fallback, I'll restart. Yeah, restart. I'd rather test it a bunch of times before I panic and assume it didn't work. You know what I mean? It didn't fix it. And while it's doing that, let's have a look at what it claims to have done. So it claims... oh, wait. The node will now correctly pair video files with the matching text prompt files. Output prompt text as the 6th return values. This is what we wanted. Okay, well, we've restarted it now. refresh. Oh, that was quick. We got a fast reboot. So while we're waiting, what else have I got? What else have I got? You'd think I'd have something else. Oh, no, we're back. Don't worry about it. There we go. Are you kidding me? Let me take the fallback out real quick. Nothing? Ooh. One more time. Oh, wait. Oh, no. You absolute twat. Sorry, guys. It's me. I'm being an idiot. How is it? Like, okay. Riddle me this. How does it load this model when there's only one? Look, it should have been obvious to me. Look. So, video prompts has one data set in it. This has all the stuff. It's looking in the wrong place. You numpty. So the folder, right, so we've got, it's a separate issue. Okay. And now I know what the problem is. I can tell him how to fix it. You idiot. It's my fault. I'm the idiot sometimes, okay? It's fine. You're allowed to be. We're human. So Zenaki, because I even spelt it wrong, a little bit of like too fast typing again. So Zenaki video prompt V1 currently is loading the incorrect path from scene. In fact, I'll just link it at scene video when this node used at prompt video prompt. So is it video prompt? Video prompts. We can update this node to use the correct path for user selection of data. Yeah. All right, this look good. How many custom nodes? Let's find out. I don't know. Let's find out. So I go to here. Now, some of these are MD files. I'd say almost all of them. Yeah, we can't do that, can we? We're going to have to do it properly. Let's, no, we can close that now. There. So, come on, open files. I swear Windows is like slow, or they just made it harder to click things. I don't know what they've done. Cretins. So anyway, let me see now. How many nodes are there? If we do a load by type, and then find the Python files, they're all separate Python files. I don't, well, actually, some of them have multiple nodes in, but it will give you a minimum, right? It will give you a minimum number of nodes. I don't know what the maximum is though, because I know some of them have got multiple nodes in each file. It's 143. So I'd say 150 as a minimum, as like a comfortable count right now. 150, and that's just in this pack as well. I've got other node packs which are for specific things like Cockero TTS and stuff like that. But yeah, it's about 150. It's easy to round it up at 7 because, like I said, some of these actually contain more than one. So I couldn't tell you how many. Yeah. Okay, so have we done it? Oh, look at this! I need questions. I have questions, he says. Are there videos stored directly in the video prompts folder alongside the text files? Yes. Yes. This is how the system, how the system is intended to work. I have placed these files here and ensured the pairings are valid. And correct. Just give him loads of information. He loves it. Say it 3 times. It works. Okay. Or should I load? No. Why would you even ask that? Why would you even ask that, you numpty? I've just literally told him this is the problem. And he's like, well, I could fix it. Or I could just not. No. Stop. No, I was going to say stop emulating human, but it's fine. We can't stop that. It's time I stood up and stretched my legs a little bit. All right. So how are you doing now? I perfectly understand it now. I'm looking in the wrong folder. I'm sorry. Yeah, you better be. No more questions. Only actions now. Oh, wow. Pirate GFX has released his first Stable Diffusion 1.5 Lora. Welcome to the gang. I don't know why you made Pirate GFX. I mean, I don't know why you made 1.5 though. I'd love to know why you chose 1.5 over like anything else. But I'm sure you've got a good reason. So. Oh yeah, we got that original. That's the Midnight Murder album, Midnight Massacre. Wait, it says Look at You Now. No, this is Brazilian Beast. I just did a music video on this one. Kind of cool. Like I said, I've always wanted to do more music videos. And to be honest, it hasn't really been up to standard. I think it's getting there. And we will have a little crack at that in just a little while. I just need to double check what I actually promised I was doing tonight before I start going mental. Let's see. No, that was yesterday. That was also yesterday or the day before that. What do we say? Wait, what? There's no title? Hang on. No, there is one. So new WAN Lora. New Captioner. Right, we'll get to the Captioner before I do anything fancy then. It's pretty simple, like I said before. It uses Olama. MC Twig and DJ Berry says, it was my first try and it was cheaper. Yeah, that's fair. I can't argue with that. Although I will say though, if you use Replicate, like I've shown the links, do you know what? I want to show you this. I need to show you this. Because I'm probably only going to use them for training now, guys. I want to give you some insight here because I do a lot of training. And yeah, I can't even get there. Replicate, come on. I want to show you the bill. Okay, look, you know me. I've released many Lora. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just WAN Lora training from a week ago. So look, in the last week, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Lora trainings, and I always pick every frame option. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's 720p. Sometimes there's 100 videos before they were turned into clips, okay? It's like 300 video clips in 720p. Anyway, the bill. Where is the bill? Show me the bill. Where is it? Because they sent me the bill the other day, and I was like, what? As in, why is it so cheap? Isn't there like a place where I can see the bill? Why? I don't usually make my stuff public either, guys, I'll be honest on here. I'll probably make it all public eventually, but I want the viewers to have their fun first, okay? Let me just see if I can I can't find it. Does Right, give me a minute. I got an idea. I gotta like do it off screen to get the right information up. What? I got an email from Civet saying that one of my Loras failed and it was like a week ago. I was like, what? So where is it? I just got the bill. Here it is. The bill. All right. Yeah, I can show this on screen. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, it's safe. It's safe. It's safe. All right, so this is my bill from Replicate for the last 30 days, okay? $50. $50. But look how much I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So look, this is the inference as well. Look at this. A100, 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 H100, 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 so on. Right? So what I'm trying to say is, look how cheap this training actually is. It's usually like a $5. Look, you know Euclid? So the dance videos, like the dances that we just did, that was $4.38. You know, the drift, you know, drift model, DR1FT, that was $5.66 for the V0, right? What else? HD to WAN? I don't even remember what that is. Oh yeah, Helldivers 2 WAN, $3.10, because we trained it twice. We trained it a V0 and a V1. So the V1 is $2. The Jack V0, $2. Okay? So this is what I'm saying, like, you know, like some of the stuff here is really expensive, like 8 H100s, yeah? Cost me $8, but it was ready like instant. It was ready in under 5 minutes, you know what I mean? Or 10 minutes. But yeah, like I say, this is yeah. So what I'm saying is, you'd be surprised how cheap it was to train with the latest models. And it's not slow either, you know? It's like, it's done in 5 to 10 minutes, guys. So this is why I'm willing to put so much effort into the curation, because I now know the training process is like almost instant, yeah? And at that point, it's like instant feedback. Now I can just do it again. I can remember when it used to cost $50 a month and you wouldn't even be able to train that many Loras, you know? So, you know, I'm surprised at how cheap it is. It is cheap. Okay. I don't know if it's because there's competition between different trainers and so they can't really just make it really expensive because everyone's just going to go somewhere else. But I will say that doing it with Replicate is cheaper than doing it on Civet at the moment. I thought it was the other way around, but when I actually got the bill, I was like, oh, actually, I was wrong. So, you know, credit where credit is due. It's cheaper on Replicate. Look, I've used $28 since, well, what is that? I'm assuming the cutoff was the beginning of the month, but mate, I've just been bare training. I'm bare training models and doing video generation as well to like, so, you know, you've only got to look on my profile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, and it's like, these models aren't like, you know, they weren't one and done. We've trained them multiple times, you know, to get the most out of it, right? As we learn how to make the best models. Is this thing still, oh yeah. Have we finished? Node will now correctly display thing. Okay, so R, and then fix. Do you know, there was something else I was going to do and I've almost completely forgotten what it was now. Oh well. Can it be said that it's the same as your Anthropic build? You do not want to see my Anthropic build. Oh no. So this hasn't been changed. This has not been changed. It's still loading the wrong drop down. I might have to restart config. Why am I running Python 11.9? I thought it was 3.12.9 in Comfy. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's not done. Alright, refresh. Refresh. Modified the input to scan a different path. I probably could have done that myself, by the way. I just want to show everyone that you can do it all. I don't want people to think, oh, he uses AI for half of it and then he fixes it all off screen without us. You know what I mean? It is genuine. I try to be honest. We're genuinely doing it all with the AI. I try to be hands off, right? Straight up. I try to be hands off. I'm like, I'm not going to. And you know what? The few times when I've gone in to try and interfere, it's actually made it worse. I'll be real. Will a good GPU cost 6K, about 100 months by the looks of your bill? That's nothing, bros. The trouble is we have multiple providers. So, like, you know, you're not just paying... Because I don't even pay I joke, but the Anthropic bill isn't even paid direct to Anthropic. It's paid to OpenRouter. OpenRouter. Let's find out how much... I don't know what the bill is, but I can tell you how much I spent. Because it's a top-up system, right? So it's like your mobile phone. You actually top it up, top it up, top it up, top it up. If you use it more, you top it up more. If you don't use it, you don't top it up. Prepay, yeah? I've currently got $11.94 on it, on the account. And let's go back 30 days. Now, bear in mind, I do work with AI in terms of consultancy, building workflows, all kinds of different stuff. So I do work professionally. So when you hear the bill, don't panic. Don't panic, because it's not a normal amount. All right, so we're going to have to actually jot this down. Right, calculator. I usually top up in 20s. So let's go back 30 days and work this out, shall we? Here we go. We won't do this very often either, by the way. So yeah, a little bit of a sneak feature for you guys, okay? So remember, this isn't normal. This isn't normal. And look, and to be fair, it's trends as well. See, a month ago, I wasn't really using it much. And so I only did $140 a month ago. Because we weren't really doing much of that. We were doing other things. We were in other areas, like I say, you know. But if I say 20 plus plus, every time I hit equals, it's just going to go up one, right? So we got 4 there. That's 80. Okay. So we're going from 23 days ago. There's another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Now we've got to go back to page 1. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, we got 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7 more there. So we'll go up to 12. So what's that? Oi, 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 oi. Don't mess things up for me. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And that was just 12. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a 30. Okay, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's 14 more plus a tenner. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And another one. That's a 530. 530 this month, guys. 530 this month. Just put things into perspective, right? If you're working professionally with AI, that's probably not even much. I bet there's other people in the field who spend even more, way more. Because a lot of people think that £200 a month price is like, oh, it's a rip-off. No, I'd be saving money, guys. I'd be halving what I spend if I had Claude Max. But here's the problem. Claude Max isn't on OpenRouter. It's only on Anthropic. So what, am I going to spend 200 on there and 200 on here? You know, so, because I already have a pro subscription as well. So I've got the Claude chat on top of that. And think about all the other services. Midjourney. VO3 is 120 a month. So, you know, what I do is I go in, high impact, get as much as I can in that first 4 weeks, and then I usually cancel. Unless it's like worth having. And then I'll keep it until it's not. And to be honest, 2 or 3 months and it's probably replaced by something else. So you never really stay subscribed to anything for more than a couple of months. Except for Claude, he's the GOAT. Since last year, he's just never failed me. OpenAI, on the other hand, has had some very ropey models over the years. Yeah? In a way, open source is actually more reliable than OpenAI. I like Gemini, but it's a bit bonked. You know what I mean? Sometimes the answers you get are a little bit smooth brain, but I think that will improve. So Gemini will eventually match Sonnet. It will. It's just a question of time. So we just need to be patient. That's all. And then you'll be able to get your 1 million context Gemini with the same ability. But obviously Sonnet will be much better by then, like Sonnet 5 or something, you know what I mean? Because they're just going to keep building, you know what I mean? It's just going to get better and better and better. You know, people go, oh no, it won't. I'll be like, we've just started. We've got one leg out the womb and we're calling it Terry. You know what I mean? We don't even know if it's going to have like 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes. We don't know. The baby's not born yet. It's still in the process of being delivered, in my opinion. And if you want like some evidence to support that, just go on to all the AI repos on GitHub and see how many of them use pip install or setup.py. And I rest my case. The good ones, look, I'm not going to say any more. I don't want to, you know, because there's reasons for why you would do that, but you would never put that on an end user. JPEG 900 last month. Well done, mate. I appreciate the honesty. People need to know. People need to know, because I don't think people really have a, you know. And the simple fact is that the amount that's being spent is a small proportion of what is being earned. So it doesn't matter. Do you see what I mean? Like, I'm not paying. So it's not like, oh, I pay $500 so I can pretend like I know what I'm doing and then I get paid $1,200. No. That's not how it is at all. Even though I could see how some people might do that. Yeah, Gemini is free and you still spend $900. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I hope you can see, like, you know, the reason I do so much is because I'm doing this full time. I'm doing it full time. Well, I'm doing it full time. Yeah. However, I'm not employed full time. If I was employed full time, there'd probably be less streams, to be honest. You know, I am a contractor. So, you know, and I'm very happy to work with the people I work with, but I kind of keep that separate, as you all know, right? But I would say AI is the only industry to work in if you are interested in computers. If you're interested in computers, whether it be gaming, software development, productivity, whatever it is, AI is the only industry worth being in right now. It is. It's just hands down. You can re-skill yourself in a couple of months, you know, and then over the years you'll get a skill set which is worth 10 times what a minimum wage. Yeah. And you can actually do it completely remotely. So, like, for example, the jobs I work, I could be in Bangkok or New York. It doesn't matter. You just need an internet connection so you can show up for the meetings and get the work done on a desktop computer, whatever. Exactly. All right, let's get back to this, because I swear I had like a cool side thing I wanted to do and I completely forgotten what it was. I had like a cool side quest to do tonight. I can't remember what it was. We're going to have to show that new das Captioner. Let me just see if I can pull it up here. I knew there was going to be a problem when I tried to remote access. Hang on, what are you doing? Oh, no! My laptop's off. It's so... Oh, don't tell me there's... Right, there's been power cuts. Power cuts are driving me crazy, okay? The power cuts are driving me crazy. I might actually chew the microphone off. According to this, the only computers that are online right now are the ones I'm already using. That's annoying. So I can't show you the new workflow. Oh, that's okay. Did I not chuck it up in the inside line or anything like that? I could have sworn. Oh! Guess what, guys? No. Surely that won't work. No. I was going to say it can't. I was like, maybe the workflow is embedded into... No. Of course not. I was hoping that maybe I could... you know, because I captioned it. Technically, I captioned it with workflow, but it wasn't these videos. Damn. I was like, oh, maybe I could get the workflow from, you know what I mean, from dragging that in there. But no, didn't work. So I did actually show you how to set it up earlier in the show, though. So it's not like I haven't. So just to cover that again real quick, you have Olama. You have QuenVL, whichever one runs on your system. You then go with Connectivity V2, you go with Generate V2, and then you use Keyjai's Make Image Batch. In the end, the solution was already here. I spent so long trying to make this system, okay, to give you an open source alternative to the likes of Opus Pro, you know, the clip maker. So if I was to take a load video node, right, I could load a video and then we could pull out of here and we can have a preview and we can have a select, okay. All right, now I explained this earlier, okay, and it's actually that one there, like that. And then what we'd do is we'd say, I want to grab certain frames from this image here. So if I go ahead and I grab these like that, go in there, change this one to be like 30 or something. Why didn't it attach? There we go. And then you put that into the batch there. So that means now, and again, if it's a 3-second clip, we can go ahead and take 60 as well, right? Take it from the main, put it into the batch. Okay, and so now what we've got is we've actually got some context of what's going on here, haven't we? Now, obviously, these preview images are going to be like annoying, but I just do that so I can check them manually, right? So what's it going to do? It's going to take the 3 frames from this video, all right? And what I do here, I wrote it in earlier. Now, a lot of people are now figuring out that context engineering is better than RAG, okay? And a great way to play with that is being silly. Now, I do something called personas. Personas are better than agents because they believe they are the thing. It's like Westworld, right? They got fake memories. So anyway, the simplest way I can illustrate this as a prompt is, instead of you are an AI artist, I could say, you are the top video description expert on the planet Earth. Be silly, okay? It's fine. Because he's so good at playing pretend that he will become the top video description expert on planet Earth. Yeah? This is the funny thing. They're so good at playing pretend, you can actually play games with it like this. So now, he's not just a helpful agent. He's the top video description expert on planet Earth. So that means you won't get a better description anywhere else, will you? Right? So then we'll say, we can describe the video by analyzing the 3 images which were extracted from the video sequence. Just you know, and you can write this however you want, by the way. There's no, like, you don't have to go word for word. It's just got to communicate what we're trying to achieve. So in this case, it would be, I want you to look at all 3 images and then write what's happening in the video. I don't want to know what one image, what we take one frame from the video, it's never going to describe it. So this is essentially what it is, right? And because it's like completely private and local, yeah, you can actually chain context and all kinds of stuff, but does that video even exist? Don't know. It's not playing audio. Wait. No sound? Weird. It says audio, but there's no audio. Okay. So, you are the top video description expert on planet Earth. We are now going to take the results, which is going to be our text, okay? Oh my god, clean video extend. Come on, mates. Do me a favour. There we go. So this is going to be the output, alright? Now, I would say that sometimes I don't end here. Sometimes what I do is I then push it into another to, you know, because I've been doing this thing lately where I take the descriptions and then I take my own, what I want it to be, and I kind of make it figure out what the hybrid of that is. And then that's my final caption. But I'm still experimenting with that. So I think the last one we did with that technique was Euclid. Yeah, Euclid. Yeah. Euclid V1. Where is Euclid V1? There it is. So Euclid V1 was the non-Euclidean dancing Lora, right? Those are 480s. Okay, cool. Don't need a B200, thanks. So anyway, this is like, I'm going to give you the proper workflow. It'll be in the inside line tonight. But this here is not like, this is just trying to give you the concept, because there's other stuff like, for example, when you want to save the prompts. So yeah, when you want to save it, I'm using my save file. Where is it? I'm using my save file, yeah, and I actually don't use video upload. I use video batch directory. No, not batch frame. Video directory v2. Video directory v2 is almost the same. It's almost the same. It's got the same, you know, the same meta batch options, the same, you know. The thing it doesn't have is yeah, you've got an index to control what position in the directory you are, and then a path for the path, right? But there has a file you see, file name.txt, yeah? So I would obviously take the file name .txt and put it there, but it has to have .text at the end. So then it starts, this is the sort of stuff I end up doing for everybody, because it's like, you have to know that it's concatenate string, or string concatenate, right? And that, you know, that's not obvious how to use it either, but what you do is you put it in there, no, prepend, and then you type text, and then we change the comma to a dot, and now when you run that, do you know what I mean? Now it'll be .text at the end, so now it'll actually save as the correct file, you know, because then you can just drop the text files straight into the data set. You don't need to mess about. But anyway, I got a nice clean way of getting this to work. It's all set up in the workflow I already built. I just wanted to explain roughly what it was doing, how it was working. All right. Because obviously if you're able to describe multiple points from a video and then have it figure out what happens, that's going to produce a much better video caption. Okay, because it will be describing the motion from the caption. Right, so that's the concept there. Watch out for that workflow, it's coming out later. We'll get back to context, I think. But before we do that, where'd my video thing go? I've lost it. It's not that one. It's not that one. Is it like gotten rid of my video? Comfy UI is so cursed and no one talks about it. Look, where'd it go? Remember how we were generating video earlier? That workflow's gone, mate. Where's it gone? No, it can't be. It can't be. It's got to be hidden in one here somewhere. It's not. It's gone. Okay, so my Comfy UI tab that was making videos, seppuku. It's complete seppuku for its master. So I don't know where it's gone. The tab's just missing, mate. We have an unsaved workflow, and then we have the multi. That's not it though. That's a different video workflow for some other thing. So we've got this open, which isn't it. No. It's Comfy does this sometimes, where if you had a tab open, you'll go back and that thing it's gone. It's gone. How annoying. So that means we're going to have to do the same thing that I did earlier, which was basically grab one of these outputs and just drag it in and load it up again. That's really dumb. Oh, right, I got a better idea that'll save time. If we go to the output from the project from today, that will also do the same thing, and I won't have to waste a bunch of time typing things. So here we go. It's going to be in WAN Vase, it's going to be in Stella, it's going to be in Up, it's going to be that one. There we go. That's what we need to get back to. So, remember, we've now got, not this, get rid of that. We now have upgrades. So, let's do, oh, true. See, I was trying to prove that that actually worked, right? Where's it gone? Here, this one. Where's the node gone? Comfy! Stupid. So we want to do video prompt. I just want to get the confirmation that it's actually putting out. That's not correct, guys. This is out of date. We're going to have to refresh it. It's loading the wrong thing, even though we already fixed that. Oh no! Failed to collect to alarm. Yeah, I know. It's not running. It's not running. That was something that got me annoyed earlier, actually, was LLMs trying to do stuff they know they haven't done yet. So, for example, right, you're making some web app that does an API call to generate images or whatever, and then it starts trying to test the API when we haven't even given it a key. So every time it tests it, it's like API unrecognized, and then he's like reinventing the wheel, or trying to fix things that aren't broken because it's never going to work. You know, it'd be like I tried to log in with my... In fact, this is going to happen one day. I'm going to make a prediction right now. They're going to have AI assistants for logging into Windows. And when you get the password wrong, it's going to start rewriting system files to try and fix the problem. Stupid. Do you know what I mean? Stupid. He's like, I've detected a problem. I'm going to go and do stuff. And you're like, no, don't. Actually, don't. Actually, don't, please. So let's see if we can get this. Come on. Oh! Yeah, of course, that doesn't exist. Yeah! Right, good. It's working. It's working. That's perfect. Alright, that's all I needed to see. So now we can take it to the limit. Where the hell is the workflow gone? Oh, again. Sometimes I think I must be going mad. Alright, here we go. We got it. I better save this as well. So right, we get rid of scene video, put Zenkai video prompt in its place, and oh crap! Do you know what I did wrong? I forgot. I want to do copy clip space, and then put video prompt in it back. Yeah. Because I want to do paste clip space. They're all compatible nodes, so you can do that. As in, you know, they've got the same widget names. Okay, I'm trying to resize this. It keeps clicking on the wrong thing. That just sends me through a loop. All right, so prompt goes in there. Good, we've done it, guys. We've done it. Oh, jeez. All right. It's on index 1 right now. I think I'm going to change that to, wait, control after, no, it's fixed, I want it fixed. Oh wait, no, we'll do it random actually. Start at 30 and 309, yeah, sure, whatever. It's a good way to test if it'll run out, I want to know. What? Value not in list, Stella 0, not in Stella 0. That's not good. Stella 0. Oh, it was spelt wrong somehow. That's weird. Oh well, it's working now. Very strange. Okay. What looks like a person. It'd be interesting to do this with open pose as well. See, I think the advantage of keeping the videos with prompts rather than what I used to do, which was cooking the open pose and the depth and everything else, because the pre-processors are so fast now, I actually think it's quicker to just, you know, keep the video and pre-process it, with whichever one you want. You know, it's still a damn sight faster than actually finding it and then writing a prompt for that. It's, you know, having it pre-done is much faster. And also you can do randomization and other programmatic style inference types. I think it's actually loading now. Yeah, it is actually loading now. It's nice. All right. So, we covered the new one, Laura. It's not actually out, though. Let's push it. We need to actually release it. So, this one's fine. Like I said, I'm going to call it Stella. That's what I'm going to call it. Upload a model. DJC. ST3LL4R. And we're going to call it style, because it is style. Like I say, I don't try to photocopy. I just want to take interesting styles so we can blend them and make our own stuff. Is spaghetti a weapon? Yes. AI spaghetti videos were used to destabilize Hollywood. So yes. They all got real worried about it as soon as it actually looked convincing. And yeah, they all hire us now, so that's nice. DJ Z, we're going to call this one Astera Rubberedo. Stella Blade. Because it is, but it isn't. An homage. Info TBA. An homage. It's like fromage. Like cheese. It's like cheese. No. Seems pretty good to me. Sounds fine to me. Sounds good to me. Yep. You know when you click a button and it does nothing? Oh, it's not a checkpoint. It's because I forgot to do something that I couldn't even see. Right, 0. Oh yeah, they keep complaining to me that I'm picking the wrong model on Civet. Okay, so they're saying WAN video. I always pick 14B T2V because that's what I trained it on. I didn't train it on the image to video model, which is different. I trained it on the text to video model. Now they could ask me whether I trained it with 480p or 720p, but that's a misnomer too. Because you can train either size. It's stupid. But the point is, I pick this and then I get messages saying people can't generate with your models because you have to pick one of these. And I'm like, well, that's stupid because it isn't either of those. It's that one. So yeah, I'm kind of like not really interested in this nonsense. They need to just fix the website. Sorry guys, you've done it before. You know, I don't have anything to do with that. That's their back end. If they decide that this option can't be generated for some reason, I You know what I mean? I'm not going to pick a different one when it isn't either of them. You know? It's that one. So I don't know what they're on about. They sent me like a message on my notifies like, oh, you need to re-tag it. And I was like, but it isn't one of those. It's that one. So, you know, fix it. I don't like saying it like that because I love Civet. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, you're going to send a notify out to everybody. It didn't even tell me which models were affected, guys. So it's like, oh, great. I've just been told to change something, but I don't know what. Thanks, bros. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I hope they fix it. Anyway, certainly if you just download it and use it with WAN video, you can do either. So I don't know why there's even a distinction, to be honest. Maybe somebody else knows more. See, I always thought a 720, a 480 can be used on a 720, but a 720 can't be used on a 480. So it's kind of like not as simple as it sounds. I mean, it makes sense to me. Maybe somebody else can shed more light on that than I just have. I've probably spent too much time already on it. 3LL4R. Have I lost track of time again? Oh, great, my phone's dead. That's never good. A cacophony of chaos. That's what today has been. My phone has run out twice today. Don't know how. Right, Stella. That is the tag. Where is my Lora? It's in here somewhere. There it is. Yep. What about the captions though? See, it's funny. It's like, oh, extra side quests. There's more. There's more. It's never over. Need to go custom nodes. Need to go D to Z. Need to go prompts. Need to get that, and then of course you can't just upload it like that. No, you got to zip it first. There's like more side quests. There you go. Training data, upload, and then next. Not the other way around. Then everything breaks. And then he wants some video. All right. Finally, I thought they'd never ask. So we'll go WAN vase, Stella, open it up, and what do we got? Sib Filale. What? Why's it got? Oh, she grabbed a health potion, guys. That's actually pretty good. I'm really surprised, but why's it got, you know, AI text overlay? Another one, and another one, another one, and another one. So the first two were crap because they didn't have good prompts. The prompts were bad. Yeah, they didn't match the canny. But as soon as we got the canny match, it's really good. Take those three as the initial offerings. There you go. What's going on there then? Let check this one out, everybody. Remember, there's a bit of a scale issue going on here. Let's see if I can't. There. It's a bit too small. Get this bit bigger. So yeah, it's about right. About there-ish, maybe. About there. Yeah, so ready. Yeah. See that? There it is, ladies and gents. So in case you're wondering what it is that we're doing, that's what we're doing. It works 100%. Will it reproduce what you've done? No. Video models aren't as good as Flux, or, you know, like when you train Flux, you can get exactly like what it was. Now, I think that I could get better by improving the captions. So right now, the captions are set up to get this close. We can get closer, but we'd have to actually describe the complexities of her clothing, you know, which is actually very difficult, right? But I hope you can see what's going on, how it works, you know, what you can expect. And obviously I've released all of these nodes so you can just go ahead and use them. Let me see if there's any loose ends here before we consider this one a done deal. Publish. I ain't got time to sit here and wait for you to caption it, mate. It takes too long. It takes too long. So what's this? Is it actually out though? Okay, that's actually out. Right. Now I recommend if you have your own canny scenes with your own prompts, run them. So if you've got a generated video with a caption, so you know what the prompt was, set that as the prompt, put your video through and run it with my Lora on top using your canny to drive it. It's going to be good. It's going to be interesting, and you can customize the prompt however you need to, right? So, all right. Now there's one last piece of this puzzle, and that is some of these custom nodes which I've made haven't been released. So I think it's probably about time that we update it. Let me see. DJZ nodes. Now, again, Comfy Manager in their infinite wisdom decided to try and make something completely separate to GitHub. Okay? So GitHub works great. If you update my nodes from a Git clone and then maybe do the requirements again to be sure, it'll work 100% all the time. If you use the Comfy Manager, you may not get the latest version because in their infinite wisdom, they decided to make it stupid and complicated. Not a lot of people will actually say that, but yeah, I'll say it. They did. They made it stupid and complicated, and half of the people don't even bother updating their nodes anymore, and the other half don't even know how. So, good job with, like, the manager's great, all right? And when it works, it's amazing. But when it doesn't work, it's very difficult. And then people give up on it, all right? So you will notice that a lot of people have custom nodes and they're not in the manager, or they're really old versions. My advice, git clone from somebody's custom node repo direct, okay? If you can still install it from in the manager if you really want to. But for Comfy UI users, I implemented, here it is, it's in my Comfy nodes. So if you go into the DJZ nodes repo, you'll notice there's something called portableinstall.bat. If you copy that folder, if you copy that batch file into any custom node folder, it will install to Portable for you by running that. It's like a universal custom node installer. So you can see it's here, and I used it to install DJZ Speak, right? But if you put it in any custom node, as long as there's a requirements.txt, it will install to your portable Python, all right? Because I know that's been a problem. And like I said, that you don't really, what do you need the manager for? It adds .disabled to a folder name to disable things, and it runs the requirements.txt install for you. I have a batch file that does that. Don't need it, okay? Like I said, we've had issues with Manager, and I'm not, like I said, I don't like to throw shade because I think that Manager is a really amazing tool, but they need to make it easier for authors to update their nodes. You'll notice many of them are unclaimed. There's a reason. It's because no one can figure it out. There's 3 different ways to do it. I've figured it out, and I think it could be better. I think it's suboptimal. How about that? Okay. Anyway, enough moaning about that. Let's do the actual update. But I just wanted to point that out because I know that a bunch of my custom nodes weren't updating, and the reason is because Comfy Manager decided not to bother. They were putting out an old version which I submitted to them. So I submitted the new version, they chose not to push it. It's not up to me, mate. You know, extra levels of complexity introduce additional problems that, you know, and if there's no support team and no one there to answer it, it's never going to get fixed. Because it is a community, you know, we volunteer, guys. A lot of us do it for free. So, you know, this is why I'm like, on the one hand, I get it, and on the other hand, it could be better, right? So both things can be true at the same time. Right, so I want to get into my custom nodes folder, and I want to go in there. And I think if you're too polite, nothing ever changes. All right, so we'll leave it like that. Right, so we're going to go to date modified. I said date modified, come on. Right. Right, so video pose never got finished, so we don't need to worry about that. I could have sworn I made a different node between... there's scene video. Okay, I guess I'll just put them all up except for the Zenkai video pose. Actually quite a lot. It goes back a few months. But you know what? So let me see this. Init, I need to see the init pie. God, it's annoying. It should have been at the top of the list. Am I blind? No, it's down here for some reason. Okay. So, what is the last one? The last one is DJZ Tiling V2 and Border Composite Alpha. Hang on. Hang on a minute. We might have a slight issue. Tiling V2, scene video, ambience audio, Zenkai video prompt. So it's the 3 video. Wait, control prompt V2 doesn't exist? Huh. Border composite, video text, depth prompt, control prompt V2. That's weird. I'm going to put all of those in there as well, just in case I've accidentally missed some. I feel like I might have accidentally missed some. Just want to be sure, because like I said, with everybody saying, oh, I can't find X, Y, and Z, I'm like, Yeah, orange highlighted text didn't turn on, meaning it didn't exist. Strange. Very strange. But yeah, so new nodes, guys. So remember how I said earlier, oh, I think it's about 150. Yeah, it's yeah. There's some more. Have some more. Close that. Close that. Yeah, we can close all that. That's done now. Cool, cool. Do we have any more video? Oh yeah, that's right. This one. That is pretty good. Look, it's not the character, but remember, I'm not trying to steal the character. And it basically it's got the motion. The motion's there, it just needs to be described better. So I'm going to leave this on. We'll do 32 of these and see what happens. Oh, what's the next one going to be? Oh my god, it's a super secret killer move. There's no way that the auto... You see what I mean? The auto captioner has no chance. Think about it. Do you really think that Quen2VL can figure this one out? Like, it's the end of a finisher. All it's going to be like is blood and gore, green buttocks, and water. That's what it's going to say, right? Because what else can it do? Like, seriously, what are we doing? Hair. Hair. There's hair and blood. And it appears like some twisted mass of flesh is being stabbed. Like, seriously, like, what's it going to do? Oh, man. So, yeah, inspired by. I call it a tribute. It is an homage. Like cheese. Yeah? Okay. Save it. Now, of course, this workflow does not have a name. So how about we call it V40? Which obviously contains a new custom node, which you need to get hold of and use. Okay. And I think what we'll do is we'll put this into the inside line as well, just to make sure. Yeah. New WAN vase, Fusion X for Lora plus dataset driven canny / prompt pairing. So yeah, you want to grab it? It's right there. Oh, I completely forgot. I updated my segmenter script, the CLI segmenter, for chopping up video into whatever seconds you want in 640 and the original size. But I changed it so it does batch directory mode now. So all you have to do is give it the folder name and it does the exact same thing. So you could have hundreds of video clips now and it's going to eat that up in seconds, which is nice. Makes it much, much easier to do the work. The only thing I'm looking for now is an open source scene detection, because one thing I'm doing now is I'm taking my video and I do scene detection first, then I segment those clips. So I'm actually segmented clips now. I'm not just taking the whole video and turning it into, because we found that you'd have cuts in the middle of the sample, and so this eliminates that problem. More information on that tomorrow. We're going to be covering it tomorrow in an extended Sunday episode, so I'll be looking forward to seeing you all right here. And you got to watch the pings, guys, because like I say, there's going to be an announcement tomorrow afternoon to let you know when we're getting started. Are we about to get banned from YouTube? It's ketchup. Don't worry, it's just ketchup. Yeah, it completely failed to get this, guys. All it's done is it's got the blood splurting up everywhere, right? Oh no! Yeah. So anyway, on that bombshell, I guess. See you next time, guys.
Aduh.